Good evening folks and welcome to another video. This is the last one on the Peto radiogram, radiogram. It's all finished. I've just got to make a back for it because the back was missing, but hey, it is approaching 60 years old and it's still here, so there we go. Anyway, what we'll do, we'll have a listen to the radio first. And that's the medium wave, or AM if you're in America, because I don't think they have long wave on their radios.
During the week.
Against England, kick-off on 5 Live, and on Sunday it's what?
I'm not going all the way down the dial because there's fuck all on the bottom down there. And that's long wave, there's not on there except radio 4. That's Gram. It does have VHF FM on this. I'm not going to demonstrate it. It does work, no aerial, and I've not got around to putting the aerial back yet, sorting that out. So what I'm going to do with that, because I had to cut the wires to get them out to make it easier. What I'm going to do when I put the aerial back together, when I put the lead back together, I'm going to use two plugs. I'm going to use a plug and a socket so that they can be connected and they can be pulled apart if the chassis has to come out again. Because everything else was plug in except for them. Everything except for that. And this daft light down the front here, which I haven't wired back up, and I'm probably never going to bother. You know, anyway, we're on the we're in Gram mode, so let's demonstrate the record player. Do you know, it hasn't this hasn't misbehaved or missed a beat in all the time I've been sat in here testing it. Watching that won't work. Yo, ye little fay. There we go. Well, it did work. I can only let you listen to a little bit of this.
Waiting just for you, Charmaine. I wonder why you keep me waiting, Charmaine. My Charmaine cries in vain.
There we go. And the record gets to the end and it will shut off. But I'll give it a hand. There we go. And off we go. All working. Ready for its new owner, whoever that might be. It's got good valves in this. I say it's got good valves. The radio picks up plenty of stations. There's no red plating. I've replaced some capacitors. Rectifier's good. The EL84 audio output is definitely good. It's never even, there's no signs of it ever overheating or anything. It's I mean, the guy I bought this off, he was really a genuine guy, and he told me that the last time he seen it in operation was when he was 21, and I think if I heard him right, I think he said he was in his 60s now. So, you know, because this has been in his family since it was new, and I've polished up all the brass work. There was a bit of trim on the bottom here, just where this light is, but it was all buckled and, you know, it had been dinged and stuff, and it was hanging off anyway. So I just decided not to put it back on. It doesn't alter the look of it. In fact, you know, given that it was a bit mangled up, it makes it look better. And you can't get this sort of stuff, I don't believe now. If you can, I would actually purchase a piece to put on, but you can't. And the rest of the trim's all in good nick. I pulled this off here and I polished it and put it back on. This strip here came off and got polished. You can't really see that. Sorry for the out of focus, it's my hand going in front of the camera. Zoom out a bit. That's me that waving my hand in front of the camera. It picks up my hand and tries to focus on it. And good job my dick's not hanging out, innit? You'd have a hard time focusing in. The last time I saw that was about 25 anyway, that's another matter. The guy was telling me that this had been in his family from new. His mum and dad bought it. Well, it was made in 1958, so they would have got it round about 58, 59, because the date for this is 1958. He didn't tell me the year. He just told me the decade in which they bought it, which was the 50s. So, given it wasn't made before 58, according to the according to the Radio Museum, it was made in 1958. So they probably got it in 58, 59, and they bought it brand new. And I bet it was a pretty penny this and all when it was new, because, in all honesty, it's not a bad unit. I mean, it's mono, but you know, you got a free band radio, which was a free band with VHF FM. I mean, usually back then a free band meant you got shortwave. And you also got a tweeter down here as well. You get a nice 10-inch elliptical 10-inch by 5-inch or whatever it is speaker. I've not measured it. It's about the same as in my Clark and Smith, about the same size speaker. Decent sized speaker there. You get a 4-inch tweeter there. All it says in the specifications is a 10-inch speaker. It doesn't say 10 by what. It just says it's a 10-inch. But you get a tweeter, as I say. The cartridges obviously are good, and you know, they obviously picked the right one off the shelf when they made this, because it's got the original BSR full 5. In fact, I put a new TC8 stylus in it last night for the LP. I've not replaced the 78 RPM one because I haven't got any of them in. I've got bloody hundreds of the TC8 of the Sapphire variety, so I popped a new one in last night. And the magic eye here, the tuning indicator, that valve there, that's, although it's warm there, it does feel warm there because there's a valve right below. The valve isn't really doing much. You can't really see it. It's there, but you know, it's very low on emission. It's foot really, and all them sort of fan-shaped valves, they've all the ones I've had have been knackered. So they're obviously not a very good design. They weren't particularly a good design, because, but then again, this thing's 60 years old nearly, so I suppose you can allow that. I mean, back in its day, that valve would have been lovely and bright. You'd have probably seen it reflecting off the lid. But there's not really much more I can do to this. I mean, I can give it a polish. I've got to make a back for it, but I'm no carpenter. I'm no French polisher, and I'm certainly no cabinet maker. So, you know, the only woodwork I know is what I learnt in school and what I picked up. And, you know, I'm like everyone else, I'll have a go. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave it there for now. I just thought I'd tell you about it, and I will actually email the guy I bought it from and tell him where he can look to see it working again. Might bring back some old memories for him. Anyway, you take it easy, folks, and I'll catch you later. My tea's got to be burning. I'm waving a hand. Bye for now, folks.